What's going on, you guys? So back with another video. Maybe I'll put this one out. Yeah, so here's a little update on Cherry. So Cherry is doing good. She's on the road and stuff, living life. If you guys don't know, which you guys probably don't, I started a group called Midnight Shinigami. So that's going pretty good, pretty well. It's pretty awesome. Not much has changed. I got finally the Instagram sticker on there, so that's pretty sick. Other than that, nothing else has really changed that much, except like breaking my glove box a little bit. But that was to clean out the heater box, which I got that done, but realized I didn't have to take my glove box out and stuff. And you know, it's like a 30-year-old car, so it kind of got brittle and broke, but that's okay. And this bolt was stripped for some reason, but yeah. So this is gonna be sick. I'm gonna try and get more GoPro batteries, get more equipment. So this year, October 8th and 9th, I want to say, is a big Honda meet at the Tail of the Dragon. And if you guys don't know, me and my buddy Mason, 2 or 3 years ago now, we raged the Tail of the Dragon in his Elantra, which was pretty sick. I recorded the whole thing. So I plan to do so again. And yeah, so the goal was to try and get the black car ready, but or midnight ready, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Although I'm slowly working on it. I'm waiting on getting the title switched to my name right now, which that shouldn't take too much longer, but that's taking a little time. And then also I just really need to go through all of the suspension. And for the Tail of the Dragon, if you guys don't know, you really need brakes and tires and stuff, and that's just a lot of time and money that needs to go into this car, which is perfectly fine. We're working on it. But the next best thing that I have is Cherry. So I plan on taking Cherry on the adventure, although compared to most of the cars that are going to be going to this OG style old school Honda meet, is probably going to have way better looking Civics. I still love my car, and she's not too bad. She's just old, has a little bit of rust, and a mix match hood, but you know, what are you gonna do? So if you guys also don't know, when I first got her, I basically like rebuilt the motor. Her head gasket was gone, like obliterated, like non-existent when I took it apart. And within that, they like tried putting the, you know, the leak fix, the, you know, all that junk, all that crap that you could buy that's really bad for your car, they put in. So the heater core ended up getting messed up. I ended up getting a heater core, but I was just nervous to take apart the whole dash. And if you guys don't know, like, your daily driver is your daily driver and you really can't take it apart, you know? So it was kind of difficult. Although I'm getting towards it now, since my head, if you guys don't know, with the D15s, the whatever aluminum or whatever the casting is on the head doesn't agree with coolant, so the coolant like eats up the head and stuff. And I think my head gasket was just so bad that it, you know, just through all the damage. And I went through like multiple mechanics and no one could figure this out, but they knew that, you know, coolant was getting in cylinder 1, and just, yeah. So what I've done is I not only found parts for Midnight, but I ended up sourcing a head for Cherry, which is pretty awesome. So here she is. Let me get her uncovered. Not the best looking thing in the world, but you know. Yeah, so here we go. Nice little head. Doesn't look too bad all the way around. The only concerns I have is that this car was definitely overheated. Coolant was non-existent. Like usually you take off the hose and that's it. It's a mess. But this thing was like dust. Like nothing was in there for a while. So I cleaned it up a little bit, but there was the chalky milk, oil, and coolant mixture up in here. So I plan on using my internals to go into this head anyways. I would love to do new valve seals, but I do not have the tool, and I've tried going on Amazon and buying tools, but they just do not work. So I returned them, so I will not be doing the valve seals once again, which kind of sucks, but I think she'll be all right. And yeah, so I got the head here. I'm gonna be using my ARP studs instead of using these studs, because I do not know this other car's history, although I do know that it has like 130,000 miles. But I don't know if it was replaced before, and I used my head stud bolts for the second time, not really knowing if anyone else has reused them. So it's really bad. You shouldn't reuse your head studs, but if you know your car's history and it's never been done, I've heard around the block you could reuse them at least once. So I'm gonna use my ARP studs that I got. So we got a whole head gasket refresh. Basically the head up is all I need, and I'll have a couple extra gaskets and stuff, so that'll be cool. I got a fuel filter that goes on the fuel pump. I got new spark plugs because I've put like 50,000 on the car, if not maybe a little less, like 40,000, but she's getting there. She's almost at 150, and she's still going strong. And it's not a bad thing. And then of course I need to go with the NGK spark plugs. One, the wires are thicker, and I think it'll look really cool on the yellow. So I do have another valve cover here, so I plan to paint this one yellow like I was supposed to do with the D16 Z6, but it's okay because Cherry will have a yellow valve cover, which I think will look pretty sick. And then once I get the original valve cover that belongs to the car, I'm gonna go and send that out to get wrinkle black powder coated, or I'm gonna send the valve cover out to get powder coated wrinkle black. That makes sense. So this is going to be pretty sick, pretty fun, and I figured since I'm doing the head, I might as well, and I broke my glove box a little bit, I might as well just go ahead and do the heater core since I'm going to be there, And so for the Tail of the Dragon, I got a couple sick mods, so we'll get those out. So this is what we got. I got myself some carbon fiber ceramic pads, so performance pads for sure. They're meaty and hopefully will do us good on the Tail of the Dragon. Not only that, my alignment is a little weird, and my tires are wearing really weird, and my mechanic suggested maybe that it's my calipers, and every now and then I feel like a little pull to the side to side, you know, and when I hit the brake it goes, you know, to the left or to the right, so I'm not really sure. But within this brake kit, you know, I got 2 brand new calipers. So we have these really nice red powder coated calipers. Don't know what else they are. Yeah, so we got these really nice red powder coated calipers that are basically OEM size. Got carbon fiber ceramic pads, and we got these nicely done drilled and slotted rotors. So hopefully we will be cool braking on the tail of the dragon. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Me and Mason, if you guys watch the tail of the dragon video, we cooked his brakes in the Hyundai for sure. And yeah, so hopefully this braking mod will not only help my alignment but also help braking. And then, which is super sick, actually the same car I found parts for midnight and got the head, I decided to grab the cluster. So it was a sedan, but it was an EX sedan. So with that, yes, the car is auto. If you guys don't know, Cherry's auto, so kind of sad face. But I got this really sick cluster that's for auto. And not only that, we have an RPM gauge. So I think that will be pretty sick. I'm gonna open my cluster up and this cluster up and swap over my mileage. As you guys see, it's reading 130. So I'm assuming that car had 130 on her, and you know, someone over revved it, did whatever they did, blew her up or whatever, and junked her. And yeah, so midnight's gonna be done up pretty well, and hopefully Cherry will be too. Next step is getting new tires. I'm kind of back and forth if I should get the Toyo R888s or if I should get the Kumo X something. If you guys don't know, I have Rota Slips, 15-inch Rota Slips, and when I got the car, it came with, I got it for a steal. I got basically 2 brand new sets of Kumo tires, and I actually really enjoyed the tires. So I'm kind of thinking, and I learned how to drive on them, so I'm kind of thinking I should get them. They lasted me like 2 years, you know, with swapping them front to back and, you know, doing that. And they were really sick, fun, grippy tire. And I plan on driving all the way out to Tennessee to see my buddy Matt. So shout out Matt. And yeah, so there's a little update. Don't know if I'll record any of the work, but yeah guys, see you later. Peace out.